Hi guys, welcome to my videos. So guys, by this time you all must be aware about 700 international students from India and Canada who are who are facing deportation because of the forged documents by an agent they hired for. So while I'll not discuss much about the incident because that I have already discussed in another video, I'm gonna discuss what lessons we all learned to avoid something like this in future. So I'm gonna describe them in points. First of all, never do any document or any kind of fraud in immigration, because you might not be caught straight away. You could be caught straight away, right, while applying for the visa, but maybe you can get caught at a later stage, like while you are entering the country at the border, when you entered, and sometimes even after years. For example, like, although there are reports that all 700 students, those who are facing this challenge, were not aware of what was done, I think a small percentage of them, I mean, this is just my opinion. I have no official data, or I haven't interviewed anybody, but I think a small percentage of them could be aware, right? Because everyone has a different IQ level. So some of them might have already found that they have been through this situation, but because they were passed by immigration authorities, so they stayed silent. That could be the case. Now, for knowingly or unknowingly, this should not be done, and for knowingly, definitely not. Do not allow this to happen. If you do, you have no one to blame, and such incidents may come after years. For example, many of these guys have had already completed studies, and they even got work permit, and only during the PR application, when all previous documents and other things were scrutinized, this fraud came into the picture. So if you are passed today by immigration by using some forged documents, it doesn't mean that you are clear forever. It can be caught years later when you could be in a very difficult situation. So do not do any forgery, not at all. Second thing, for any document that you haven't obtained yourself, be it college admission letter, be it an employment offer, whatever you get, it is your whole and sole responsibility to verify. Because when you apply for the visa, when you come here, and if anything wrong is identified, you are going to be the responsible. So this is very important. And when it comes to job offer, I know many people do the verification, like they ask others, they verify the documents, they even contact the employers, official contacts, and they try to check if the offer is valid. So it's a good thing. It's a really good thing that they check it, so that if there is anything wrong, they know it and then take that up accordingly. But if you get an admission letter from a college or institution, the similar responsibility lies at your shoulders, that go ahead and verify before you actually file a visa application. Because once you log the visa application and it is processed, it's very difficult to correct the things. So better stop a problem from happening, and verify the letter or anything. Third, keep an eye on what documents are being submitted. If you are submitting on your own, you know what you have submitted, right? But if you handed over your documents to your agent, you should be able to have a way to check what he has submitted. Like, I won't be surprised the way this case has gone. Okay, I won't be surprised if tomorrow more cases surfaced where agents forged some documents and applied or applied with some additional documents that students were not aware of. So, how this can be done? I think the best way to do this is you can talk to the agent. I mean, if you are going through an agent, that when he submits the form, you want to be with him to see what exactly he is submitting. If you have difficulty in understanding, then carry someone with you who can understand and who can take a look at the documents he is submitting. Like, open every document before it gets into the final submission mode, because that is where the application is transmitted, and see, yeah, this is what I have given, okay, this is not what I have given, so that you have an eye on everything. This is really very important. So keep an eye on what is being submitted. Similar due diligence you have to do on the papers as well. Like, when you sign something, that becomes legal, right? So make sure you do not do signature on any empty forms. You do not sign on any blank paper. Instead, you sign only when you understand what it is. And once you sign on something, nowadays it's very easy to alter printed documents too. So when you sign on something, get a copy and keep it with you for your records. Okay, that's really important. So that also you should do. I know many agents do not share credentials when they apply. Especially, I have heard these stories from India. So I won't go into the details of that modus operandi, but there's no harm in telling him that when you apply, I want to be with you while I see what is going on. Then you also need to, before you hire an agent, just don't go by Google feedbacks, okay? Because Google feedbacks, many of them are reliable, no doubt. Many of them are genuine, but any non-genuine account can write feedback as well. For example, if I run a business, okay, I can create 50 Google accounts and I can write a feedback from each, right? So that is very important, okay? Because if I do that and I put 5 star from all, you can imagine what rating my business will get. So I'm not saying that everyone does it, but it can be done and many do it. So be careful with this as well. Otherwise, you may end up in some sort of trouble. This is really important. Last but not least, verify the license of the agent that you have signed with, because in most of the countries, be it Canada, Australia, New Zealand, whatever, they have some license mechanism for anyone who wants to provide paid immigration assistance service. So if you are paying to an agent, you should be sure that, yeah, this guy is actually authorized to. So even on the official side, there are the details, including a list of agents, their license status, if there is any legal action against them. So you can verify that, because if you go through unlicensed agents, and that too from a different geography in the world, do you think the government of Canada can take any action? It's very difficult for them, right? Even if you convince the government. So make sure you do not fall trap to these things. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you like it. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.